Hi, I'm Betty Noir and this is week 4 of my 12-week Burlesque Action Plan. Thank you all so much for following along on this journey so far. It has already been a roller coaster ride and we're only into the beginning of week 4. Later in this video I will talk through my action plan for the next 2 weeks, what I've mapped out to do. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you all because you've all been really wonderful, and I've had people messaging me say thank you so much because you're sort of at the same point in your journey, and other people asking questions and just checking in to make sure that I'm still doing it, which has been really good, especially after such a tough second week when I wasn't very well. So thank you all so much. One question that I have been asked several times now is how do I come up with the ideas for acts? So I thought we'd do a quick little chat about where the ideas come from for me personally. So the majority of ideas spark from music for me, and in particular when I'm driving my car, I will suddenly hear a song come on the radio and be like, oh, this would be so good, and you start sort of acting out all of these moves while you're driving along because you've just, you know, instantly come up with all the choreography. And also this happens as well right before I'm about to go to bed, which is really frustrating, but you know, it's the creative excitement that you feel when you were just in that flow and all the ideas are coming to you. Yeah, it's wonderful, and it doesn't happen very often lately, so when that did happen I was very excited. So originally this act in particular came to me in its original form, because it has changed a lot. Its original form happened several years ago. I was in the car, I was actually driving to see my friend who is also a burlesque performer, Kitty Ribbons, and it was Kylie Minogue's Two Hearts came on the radio, and I thought, oh, I could do a burlesque act, a Valentine's Day act for this. And it was like a big sweetheart neckline dress and went right in at the waist, and then huge skirt for the dress comes out, and I would open up that dress and it would stay standing when it opened up, and all of these heart-shaped balloons would come out as I exited and walked out of the dress. So that's where the act originally started. But then, like, the Two Hearts song is quite short, so I was thinking of other songs that I could maybe bring in and emerge with that song that would work well, and I was just really struggling to progress beyond that part. And then I thought I really want a song that's very powerful and just makes you feel something when you hear it, and I was really struggling to come up with something that would work with the Two Hearts, so I went off in all sorts of different directions with it, and it completely changed direction. And I thought I'd settled on the song. I was going to go for a song called Fuckboy, and I might still use that for an act because it is a really good song. But when I started then searching for the costume and thinking I was settled on this, I came across that hot pink corset-y top, and I just thought it kind of had that Baroque feeling for it, so I started looking up Baroque music that maybe I could start the act with and then merge into Fuckboy, but it just wasn't, every song that I came across wasn't working with it. And I then suddenly came across a string version of Madonna's Material Girl, and because the top was hot pink and the video for Material Girl is that her version of Marilyn's Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, so you've got the hot pink dress, I just thought this is perfect. This just seemed to all fall into place all of a sudden after years of it not going anywhere. So I ran with it. I was like, yeah, that's my first song, so I need another song now because, you know, Fuckboy isn't going to work with this. I need something that has that materialistic kind of vibes to it, which is, you know, obviously what Material Girl is all about. And that's when I came across the Billie Eilish song, You Should See Me in a Crown. So we've got that contrast of two halves with the very beautiful and harp music with the Material Girl that then breaks into that much darker side. And I love that in an act, that sudden unexpected transition from one thing to another. So yeah, that's how the act then developed into something completely different from where I first started. So yeah, we went from Valentine's Day, classic hearts, red, all of that, into this almost more Halloween-y kind of act, sort of like anti-Valentine's Day. So yeah, things did change quite drastically, and I may still do something like the Two Hearts Kylie Valentine's thing in the future, you know, potentially maybe a balloon pop or something like that. But for now, the focus has gone into this new version of that act. So yeah, the ideas just come usually from music. Sometimes it can be from something that I have seen on either social media or YouTube, and it might be sort of a theatre performance or some random music video. It literally is anything, any random given time can spark an idea, and just something lights up in your brain and it just snowballs and happens all very quickly. But it doesn't happen regularly, which is, I suppose, it's a good thing. So otherwise it can be overwhelming, and it does get overwhelming when it does happen, because things do snowball, and when you're in that creative inspiration zone, new ideas come in for other acts as well. So yeah, it can be quite overwhelming in those moments. So yeah, that's part of the challenge, is choosing that one act idea to focus on in that one given time and not get distracted by all of the other ideas that are coming at you. So it's good to keep a notebook of ideas that do pop in when you're working on something, so that you don't forget for future. Yeah, so I remember when I first started out burlesque, the inspiration was insane and all the ideas were all coming at once, and I've started so many costumes and not finished them. I should probably revisit a few and see them through to the end, and maybe that's where I will go after I finish this. I know I've got plans to finish one act that I vaguely started the costume. So yeah, once this one's done, hopefully I will crack on with that one. So yeah, that's generally where the inspiration comes. I find it much easier when the music comes first, because you can be guided by the lyrics of the song. So this one was the opposite way of that in the end, because I thought I had the song, then I started developing the costume and the song changed, and that I found really difficult to find the music to go with the costume. So yeah, that was very difficult, but when it happened, it was all good and everything started to fall into place. So yeah, it can be quite frustrating when you're having to search through, you know, there are billions of songs out there. It's impossible to find the perfect song. If it just lands in your lap, that is just such a wonderful feeling and a great place to start your act. So yeah, I highly recommend music, and yeah, listen to recommended songs on like Spotify, so recommended playlists, because that's a great way to come across new things. And TikTok as well is a great way to find new music. I found so many amazing artists, brand new artists on TikTok. A really, really great place to find new stuff, and also ideas for your acts as well. So yeah, that's how my acts develop. So let's move on now to me planning out the next 2 weeks. So we're currently on week 4, and I will plan out week 5 as well, so you can see what we've got coming up. Okay, let's get straight into this. So we are day 1 of week 4 of my 12-week burlesque action plan. So today is the 29th, and I've already mapped out the next fortnight, and that's what I'm going to share with you right now. So today is all about costuming, and I'm hopefully going to finish beading my corset. Hopefully. That is the plan. I have a lot of editing for my photography work to do this week, and photo shoots coming up as well. So it is going to be a busy fortnight. So trying to fit all of this in can be a bit of a challenge, So where I'm setting these deadlines, it may not happen and things may change, but these are the goals that hopefully I will reach. So today, yeah, beading on the corset will hopefully be finished. Tuesdays, I generally don't have time to do anything other than work because we do a full day in the aesthetics clinic, so nothing happens on the Tuesday with regards to burlesque. Wednesdays, I need to start the bra, so I'm going to be beading the bra in a similar way that I've done with the corset. The bra is a little bit on the small side, but I think I can just about get away with it. I'll give it a proper try on again before I start beading. I really need to get back into exercise and eating well. After being ill, that just kind of went completely out the window, but I don't want to overdo it and burn out so soon after being ill, so I'm just going to sort of let my body tell me what it wants and needs and can do, and not push it too hard, but do some exercise this week. Thursday, I'm going to continue with beading the bra. I'm also going to do the online Maison Burlesque classes so I can learn some new techniques and hopefully perfect them, ready for when I start doing my choreography. I can kind of pick and choose some new things that I've learned to incorporate into the choreography. I also need to purchase a zip for my dress. Now, I haven't decided the length that I want. I'm hoping that I can just do the length of the corset top and not have it go any further down, because the skirt of the dress is so full that I don't think you're going to be able to tell that there's an opening down the front until it's literally prized apart. So I think the length of the corset will be enough zip wise. So yeah, I need to purchase an open-ended zip for that. Then on Friday I'm going to finish my bra, hopefully. Like I said, these deadlines are flexible, so we'll see how we get on in the week. I also need to research the knickers, because I've tried on the knickers that I've bought and they are too big and they look awful. I didn't spend an awful lot on them, so I don't mind potentially messing them up and ruining them. So I'm going to have a little play and see if there's anything I can do to tweak them. As I said previously in the costume design video, I want to create like a heart-shaped cutout in the bum, or just like 2 bum cheek holes basically. So we'll see if that works or not. I may be purchasing some new knickers, I may be making some from scratch. We'll just have to play it by ear and see how it goes. Saturday I'm going to start making the knickers. Sunday I will be working on the knickers as well. I do have a photo shoot on Sunday as well, so there's a lot going on this week that I've got to try and fit in with the burlesque. Then we're into week 5 and hopefully I will finish the knickers. So that will be pretty much all of the base layer of my costuming pretty much done. So that would be really good going if I can achieve that by the beginning of week 5. Then on to Wednesday, I'm going to start making the dress. Now I'm really nervous about this because I've never made anything quite as big as this. And whilst I have made dresses using patterns before, I don't do that very often. I'm a bit of a bodge job, so especially with the burlesque, it doesn't need to be perfection because you're not getting that up close and personal with the audience generally. They're not looking at the fine details of your stitching and things like that. So I think the plan is to literally drape the fabric on my dressmaker's dummy, do some pinning, some sort of stitching, and see how it looks before I go in then with the sewing machine and set everything in stone. So yeah, we'll start the dress on the Wednesday and continue to work on the dress then throughout the rest of that week. So lots to do. On the final day of week 5, I will of course plan out the next 2 weeks of the challenge. So much to do, but yeah, I'm still a little bit behind I think from having that week off, but not too bad. I was hoping to have done a little bit of choreo by now, but I'm so in the zone with the costuming that has kind of taken a back seat for now. While I feel like I want to continue costuming and get things done in that area, I may as well focus on that. So over to my 12-week action plan. I have created a costuming checklist now as well to go with that, but let's tick off the things in the action plan that have been completed, because it always feels good when you tick things off the list. So Top of the list, choose music. Yep, we've done that. Edit the music, that's done. Design the costume is done. Purchase the costume pieces, done. Make the costume, that's a long old work in progress, so we're still on that. Work on fitness and flexibility, I'm going to start doing that again this week, get back into that. Research choreography, I've done tiny bits here and there, but not an awful lot. Develop the choreo, decide on hair, yes. Decide on makeup, I think I've almost done that, but I'm going to leave that unchecked for now until I get to play about with the makeup. Style the wig, that's done. Practice the makeup looks, practice the choreo and tweak as needed. Practice with costume on. Photograph the act for promoting, and video the act for show applications yet to do. So I've ticked quite a few things off that list there, 6 things off the list. That feels pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's have a look at the costuming checklist. Bead the cage skirt, that's done. Add the ruffle ribbon to the cage skirt, I've done that. Add the ribbon to the waistband of the cage skirt, I haven't done that, and I haven't bought the ribbon yet, so that's something I need to do along with the zip, is buy the ribbon for that. Bead the corset, hopefully will be done today. Bead the bra, hopefully done by the end of this week. Make the dress, hopefully starting next week. Make the pasties for the nipple covers, that's yet to do. Cut up the stockings, so I've bought tights which I'm going to cut off so they look like stockings. I will do that near the end probably. Make the knickers, bead the knickers, add suspender straps to the knickers, and make a bow bustle. Now I'm undecided on what fabric I want to use for the bow bustle at the moment, and whether it needs to be detachable or not. That all kind of depends upon the knicker situation, because there's no point me doing like a bum reveal if there's no extraordinary exciting bum thing to reveal. So if I don't manage to do the heart-shaped cutout, I may not need to make a removable bustle. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, we're slowly ticking things off. Things aren't as bad as I thought they were, I don't think. I'm not as far behind as I thought. Famous last words. So it's with the support of you lot that I am still here, because after my week ill I absolutely would have given up by now. So yeah, thank you guys for showing up for me, and those of you who have messaged me to check in and also to say how helpful you're finding this, because you're developing an act at the moment too. It really means a lot to me when people reach out, so thank you so much. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, why the hell not? Hit the subscribe button, follow along, there's loads more to do. Yeah, and just finding it really helpful having you lot here to bounce ideas off. Some of you have given me some great ideas as well, which when I get to that part of the costuming, we'll see how things develop. But yeah, thank you so much for all showing up. It's brilliant. It's like having that community back again, which is much needed at the moment. So yeah, hit subscribe, follow the rest of the journey as we head into week 4. Thank you for watching.